a lot of agility stuff. It's all performance.
That sounds like some strongest man workout.
Yeah,
It is.
I mean,
It
Are
is.
y'all like pulling light poles out of street corners and
pulling diesel trucks.
you know what I mean?
With your
Like,
teeth.
with your
How
teeth.
we're pushing diesel tires, though. That's for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Big
Okay.
tires, 200, 300 pound
I got a
tires.
question for you, Muscle. I mean, Big Mike. My bad. My
Muscle
bad.
milk.
Muscle milk. I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Fred was obviously he was he was a great football player in college and even in the pros. And you have a lot of these kids who are coming out. Is the workout from 51 Fitness, is that tailored only to football players, or does the workout can it be does it translate to other sports?
Not at all. I mean, one thing I guess most people don't really know about Fred is that he is an all-around athlete. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes,
he
yes.
had one of the best bank shots that I ever seen. He had great
But did he
footwork.
call it though? Did he call glass? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, he called glass.
Oh, okay.
Fred called glass. He called glass, and he rubbed it in your face when he
I heard
made it.
that.
Especially at Scott Park, yeah.
Yeah, being an all-around athlete. I mean, like I said, he was a boxer as well. He was in the MMA.
Wow.
I myself, I boxed back in the day. Football, basketball, baseball, all-around athlete. And no, it's not tailored to a specific sport. Again, we're giving all kids, all youth, the opportunity to enhance their performance. Period. And it's based around speed and agility and basically all their energy levels. Making sure that they're well conditioned.
Nice.
So besides just the actual physical workout, is there any other components to the organization? Because there's some that actually incorporate education in there. Because it's more than just training your body physically. I know there's also a mental part as well.
Yeah, no question. I mean, that was one of the things that we always, huddled up with, in the end of our day, and the end of our workout, beginning of our workouts. We always let the kids know that it's all about hard work on and off the field, especially in the classroom. I mean, your expectations of yourself, on the field are one thing, but in the classroom is another.
I got a question in regarding grades and regarding being able to be in a program. Did you guys keep the kids at it? Did they have to have a minimum GPA or attendance or what, did you guys have some rules, or was it just kind of something you guys just focused on throughout the workout, or what was that like?
Not so much. I mean, I know it is very important, but we didn't have any kind of rule or regulation that the kids there had to have, say a 2.5 or a 3.0. Although it is something that we were definitely looking into establishing, was making sure that the academics were there based on participation. I mean, if you're not doing the work, you shouldn't be out, working out. You should be at home doing your homework or making up for it.
And that's a cool thing about this program is, ladies and gentlemen, they had kids, and you guys brought in kids from all walks of life, I'd imagine.
Everywhere.
And, they come in, they work out, and they're not just going to a park working out, not really knowing what to do. These are trained athletes. Mike is a trained athlete, trained coach. Fred is an athlete, obviously. And so these guys were teaching them the right things to do, the right way to work out and stuff like that.
Yes,
so,
sir.
man, big ups to you guys, man.
Thank you.
So I know you guys had some big picture ideas as far as where you wanted to take 51 Fitness.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that and how you're actually going to continue with his legacy and with the organization.
Well, I mean, one of the things that we were looking to do, and it was just a conversation that Fred and I had, and a conversation that we had with Myron and Dre over at Ohana, was to establish that gym, second to none, style workout.
Nice.
Again, we just took what we had already, and we're going to try to implement that and put that into a warehouse, where, state-of-the-art equipment, state-of-the-art training. And that was just the next level for what we were looking at.
I got you.
Well, once you guys build that, man, you're going to need some marketing. You're going to need some commercials. Joe Sav is actually the before picture for the gym.
Right.
And, you could be the after picture. I'm volunteering your services, Joe Sav.
Right.
He is the way
Stop
before.
it. Stop it.
Right.
And this is what it looks like after. And that's the saddest part. You know what I mean? This is after all the services, and it hasn't changed. Sorry about that.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
No, not for you. I got a question for the buff guy.
Okay.
Okay. So how do people, can they still get in contact with you? What's the program looking like now?
Yeah, I mean, they can still get in contact with me. I'm over at Ohana Wellness in Carson.
Okay.
Nice.
So they can contact me there.
Do you have some a email or a phone number that, or?
Yeah, they can contact me by cell phone.
It's up to you if you.
Yeah, my number is 714-975-1262.
Say that one more time.
714-975-1262.
All the single ladies out there, 714 I'm just saying.
For all those on
Do the
eHarmony and Lava Life. Come on now. It's my man.
For all the cougars out there,
Straight
714.
Straight up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Muscle neck, Big Mike. Yeah. Anyways, so there was another organization that you wanted to promote today, Dub City.
Well, Dub City is my concept. It's in conjunction with 51 Fitness. I mean, when I think of Dub City, I think of just Wilmington being a tough neighborhood to grow up in. Again, I've always considered my workouts tough.
Yeah.
So that's why I call it Dub City Performance and Training, because it's just a tough workout all the time, every day.
So because of because I know that your demographic, a lot of your clients or the people that you train are of Islander descent. What would be some of some words of advice for a lot of our young, up and coming like athletes that are coming up?
That's a great question.
What kind of word of advice would you give them?
Well, I guess easily. Stay working out is one thing for sure. But when it comes down to it, diet is the most important.
Hold on real quick. Stay working out.
Okay, Joseph just looked at me right in my eyeballs.
Stay working out.
Okay. So my girl Jillian Michaels said the same thing. Go ahead. Stay working out.
Yeah, stay working out. It's something that you got to do. 4 or 5 days a week. That's one thing for sure.
4 or 5 days a week.
4 or 5 days a week, easily.
Okay, all
right. Say 5 days a week minimum.
Okay.
But that's one thing that's for sure that I do. One thing for sure that Fred did was he worked out pretty much every day.
Yeah.
He worked out every day.
Nice.
And like I said, I guess the most important key component would be just the diet. It's all for nothing if you go home and you're eating bad.
Yeah.
So I guess the diet's very important to working out.
That's right.
And most of all, their mind.
The mind. You got to get the mind right.
Come on.
Right.
You can't do all those things if the mentality is not intact.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And so, Q?
Man, that's Mike. I gotta give you an opportunity to give a shout out. Is there anybody out there that you want to talk to, send a shout out to?
Well, I'm gonna say big ups to Andre Tuayao, Myron Marillo over at Ohana Wellness for believing in me and Fred and keeping this going for us. Always thank the man upstairs, my family for their undying support, my daughter for being my motivation. Period. My daughter. My motivation to keep me going every day.
And one last thing, just one more memory of my man's. You wanted to share one more memory of Fred with the peoples.
For me, one of the most important conversations I had with Fred was we have one other thing in common, and that was us both being single fathers. And I was going through a hard time, having to go to court, trying to get custody of my daughter and whatnot. And at that time, Fred had established the custody that he wanted, with his daughter and whatnot. And I'd almost given up. And he pretty much inspired me and pushed me to go to court when I needed to, how I needed to, and fight. Learn the system and the way it worked and how it was against the fathers. Yeah. And he pushed me. He pushed me back into it, and I got the custody I wanted for my daughter. So that was one of the things that when I heard the news about Fred, that was one of the first things that I just remembered was that conversation. So I really appreciate him for that. Mad love for Fred.
Mad love, ladies and gentlemen. Please, we're live here at PINE, the Pacific Island Ethnic Arts Museum. Put your hands together for one of the yoked, one of the buffest guests we've ever had on the show. Give it up for Mike McClure, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to break. This is a celebration of Fred Matua. We got another long-distance listener.
Yes.
All the way, I believe, from Atlanta.
ATL.
Play ball with Fred. Kerry Colbert.
Nice.
Of SC, of the Panthers. So he's listening in. Big ups to you. Thanks, Kerry. And we'll be right back. This is your boy Q.
Joseph.
You guys are listening to The BBQ right here on
BeatOnUpRadio.com.
Say no rush, say no rush, no rush.